September 6th, 1995. The survivor's name is Silvia Rosenfeld. Maiden name, Friedman. Interviewer, Elke Applebaum, Savoy. The city is Brooklyn. The state is New York. And the country is the United States of America. The language is English. My name is Elke Applebaum, Savoy. Today's date is September 6th, 1995. I'm conducting an interview with Silvia Rosenfeld. The interview is being conducted in Brooklyn, New York, in the United States of America. Could you tell me your name, please?
My name is Silvia Rosenfeld.
And how would you spell that?
Silvia Rosenfeld.
And did you have any other names at birth?
Yes, Friedman.
Okay, can you spell that, please?
Yes, Friedmann.
And did you have any nicknames?
No.
No? Okay. And how about your birth date? When were you born?
10th, 13th, 1924.
And your age now?
71.
And what city were you born in?
Gerla.
Could you spell that?
G-H-E-L-D-A.
Gerla?
Gerla.
And what country is that?
Romania.
And could you tell me what part of Romania that's in?
Transylvania. From where Dracula is.
And did you know him?
We know about him.
And what is the population? What was the population of Gerla when you lived there?
How many?
How many? Yeah, but how many people? Is it a large area?
Was a small town, about 60, 70,000, but mostly Armenian. Armenian.
Oh, Armenian?
Not Romanian, Armenian.
I see. And how is that different? Are you Romanian or Armenian?
Not one, not the other.
But just?
Jewish.
I see. And what was the Jewish population of Gerla?
Over 1,000.
Mm-hmm. Were there many Jewish organizations in your town?
Was a few yeshivas. Was 3 big synagogues, and was a few smaller synagogues.
And how did the Jews and the non-Jews get along in town?
Very nice.
Did you have friends who weren't Jewish?
Sure, we have Romanian friends a lot, and we have Armenian. Armenian are like the Arabs, but we get along too.
What do you mean by that?
I think they are mostly Muslims.
Oh, I see. Mm-hmm.
The city, the town was mostly Armenian.
Mm-hmm. And you got along with
Yes,
both?
Very nice.
And did you speak another language at home? Did you speak Yiddish at home?
Sure, Romanian, Hungarian, and Jewish.
And what language did you speak in school?
Romanian. Only Romanian.
What schools did you go to?
I went to Romanian school, was a teacher seminary.
Mm-hmm. And what did you study there?
Universal studies, because there is not like here, you study only one. We study hygiene, math, grammatic.
And up until what grade did you go to study?
12th.
Until the 12th grade?
12th grade.
And
after this I went 3 months in a school, and they threw me out because was allowed only 3% of Jewish girls and boys to go to school.
It was more difficult for Jewish girls and boys to go to school?
After 40. When the Hungarians came, in 1940 the Hungarians came in, and
so that was when
yes.
Things changed. Well, we'll go back a little bit still before that. In school, when you were a student, did you experience any kind of anti-Semitism?
No, I cannot tell you this.
Not from the teachers?
No.
Not from the children?
No.
And what were you planning to do when you grew up? What did
I
you want
wanted to be a teacher. But
Would it have been possible for you to be a teacher?
wasn't possible. I will tell you why, because I went to Belenjes, to another city, and I was there 3 months, but they threw me out.
Because you were
Because
Jewish.
only 3%, and who was the 3% who paid the most money?
It wasn't by merit? It wasn't...
Not really. All the Jewish students was very, very good students. Not me or somebody else, no exceptions. They was the best students.
Now, and when you went to this school out of town, did you live in a dormitory?
No.
Where did you live?
There wasn't too many dormitories in this time. I lived by somebody else, and my father paid for it. But was, I tell you, 3 months. September, October, November, that's all.
What was your family life like? Did you have a large family?
20 children.
20.
20 children, 11 boys and 9 girls.
And did you all live in the same house?
Not really, because the oldest one was already married and they have children of their own. My father was an accountant. Then wasn't so many accountants like today. Wasn't so many college graduates.
So your father was a college graduate?
A college graduate. He graduated at the Hamburg Academy of Commerce. Yes. We was 20 children.
And your mom?
We was from 2 moms. But wasn't a difference between us.
What happened to you?
The first one died,
Uh-huh.
and my father married my mother.
So how many of your brothers and sisters?
16 was from the first one.
16.
16, and 4 we was from the second one.
And were you the youngest?
No, I wasn't the youngest. I was the first from the second wife.
Mm-hmm. And how did you get along with all those?
Very good. Today, every second Thursday, the children from Israel, from my brothers and sisters, calls me up. Every second Thursday, one of them calls me up. So you can imagine we get along with each other.
Was your family religious?
Yes. Not like here. Don't understand me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Not religious. My father, you see the picture. He was a modern German Jew. He came from Germany to Romania in 1886. And this was his, wasn't from, was pious, was bird, but was from. We eat only kosher. We didn't mix the meat with the dairy.
And did you go to shul?
Sure. By us, the girls go only 4 times a year in shul.
When is that?
By the holidays, and Esther Tanas before Purim. And that's all.
Can you remember any special times that you had together with your family before the war? A holiday or celebration?
Every Pesach and every big holidays, we was together, the whole family.
All 20 children?
Not 20, because 20 plus 3, 4 by everyone. And it wasn't easy.
When 20 plus...
The 16 was married.
16 were married?
Yes. And everybody has 2, 3 children. So you can imagine.
And how big was your house?
It wasn't too big. We didn't have 6, 7 bedrooms. We went outside and we put covers on the floor and we sleep outside. Was a big hay something where we sleep. All the children, and this was a fun because we was, you can imagine so many children, was older my nephews and nieces and me. 20 children.
So you had, how many rooms did you have in your house?
4 bedrooms and a kitchen and a summer kitchen. That's all. And we boil corn in this time, you know in what? In big castles. In bean soups in big castles. For so many children we needed.
So when you sat down to dinner every night, did the family all sit down together?
We was, the children in one room and the other ones in. And my father used to tell, even with very hard times, I am the richest in the whole world. Nobody has so many children like me, and all are very good children. Yes.
And how did you spend your time? I know, of course, you didn't have TV.
No. We have a radio, a small radio, but when I was big already.
Mm-hmm.
My father would bring once from Germany a small, like a TV, but wasn't a TV. And we have to turn it over and we see the pictures. But we didn't have a radio, we didn't, only very late in the 40s. Not me, nobody. No telephone in the house.
So how did you make plans with other people or get
We
together?
went out on the street and we was together and we talk over where we go, we make plans and that's all. We have a horse with a wagon.
You had your own horse?
Yes.
And where did you go with your horse and wagon?
To Cluj, to another city.
And
But we went 12 hours, 13 hours with the wagon. And we went there, we went in the market, and the second day we came back. Wasn't easy, the life.
oh, you mean when you went to the market, you had
We went to the market in a bigger city.
that's for your regular marketing?
No, once a week was a big market there
In Cluj?
in Cluj. And we went there
Once a week?
once a week, and when we went to the train was with the train, when not, the train was 2 hours, but the train came only 3 times a day. Listen, wasn't 100 cars.
No. So you went on the train took 2 hours, or you went with the horse and wagon and that would take 12 hours?
12 hours.
And then you would, what kinds of things would you buy at the market?
Everything, clothes, and shoes, and everything. There was a bigger market like by us. By us we buy the vegetables, the chickens, and the Shaykhat came and killed the chickens and we take them.
The Shaykhat came to your house?
Came to our house 2 times a week.
You bought the chickens live?
Live. Even after I came home from Auschwitz, until I come here.
You buy the chickens live and then the Shaykhat comes and
we
slaughters
take
the
down,
chickens.
and the Goita didn't want to make it because they was used like here. And I have to make it,
what did you have to make?
to take down the feathers
Oh,
and to make it kosher. Even today, Erev Yom Kippur, I make it. The children should say it.
and did you bake your own bread too?
Sure. Our own challah.
What was your specialty? What was your favorite thing to make?
Needlepoint.
Oh no, I mean when you were cooking.
When we cook, we have our Hungarian cooking. Stuffed cabbage, chicken soup, matzah ball, stuffed chicken. Even today.
Now, what kinds of things did you do? As of course we know you did you have movies in town? Did you go to movies?
Yes, 2 times a week. What do you think, every night?
And what kinds of movies did you see?
I see nice movies. I see American movies, but only with
subtitles?
Yes. We see a lot of American movies.
Was that expensive?
No, no. The school, the movies wasn't expensive in Romania. The rent was very cheap.
Did you rent your house or
No.
you owned it?
We have own house.
And what about your brothers and sisters? Did they rent houses? Or
No,
they owned?
no, everybody has own house.
And they all lived in that town?
No. In our town, only one brother lived. The other ones was in Cluj, in Turda.
Far away or not?
No, 30 kilometers, about 20 miles.
And what kinds of jobs did your brothers and sisters have, professions?
A lot of them was accountants.
Like your father?
Yes, I have a brother who was a journalist by the Jewish paper by Új Kelet in Hungarian language. I have a sister who was also by the same paper.
A journalist?
Yes.
Was that
She wasn't a journalist. She was... the brother was journalist and he protected her. She was a schlepper.
She worked with him?
Yes.
Was it difficult for a woman to work in those times?
Not really. Not really. After you have a job, but was very hard to get a job.
What did you need to do to get a job?
To have a little muzzle. Like here today.
Yeah. So what kinds of other things did you do to pass the time? Besides going to movies and having get-togethers?
And from the morning to at night, late at night, we was making handwork. Doesn't matter what. Knitting sweaters, making needlepoint, making everything.
From morning till night?
From morning to night.
Is that something that all the girls in your family did?
Everybody, not in my family, every Jewish girl did. Not only me. We went together, 20, 30 girls, and we work. We have to make the trousseau for when we will be married, and we have to make the initials in every pillowcase. Everything with the hand.
So you made everything by hand?
Everything by hand.
Exactly what kinds of things did you make? You made the trousseaux?
The trousseau. We have to make the initials in every pillowcase.
And when did you start doing this?
When we start 10, 12, we make easier job, and after the nightgown for the boys, because then was a big deal to make nightgowns for the boys. We have to make here, handwork, with beautiful colors.
So you made lots of...
Sure, for every boy, this I made it.
Can you show this to us?
You see, this is mine work from before the war.
Beautiful.
This is nets.
And what was this used for?
Tablecloths, and we have the drapes the same, and the cover of the bed. Everything was the same. But I didn't find only this when I come home. And for me, it's a very, very big value. It's a sentimental value from before the war.
Oh, yes. And you remember when you made that?
I don't. I have a few more pieces, smaller pieces, but I don't remember. 16, 17.
Did that take a long time to make?
No. This is very easy. It's easier than what I showed you before, what I didn't make. This goes with very, very easy.
And you made this all, none of this was for sale? You made this just for yourself?
No. We made it for so many girls we need.
Now, how did Hitler's rise to power in 1933, did that affect you at all?
In
1933?
No, only after 40. In 1940,
yes,
in August, the Hungarians take over Transylvania. Not the whole town, not the whole Transylvania. And then started the anti-Semitism, and they occupied a small town not far from us, Moch, for 24 hours. And they said the Jews should leave, and the Jews didn't leave. And they killed 182 families in one day, on the spot.
This is in 1940.
In 1940.
And how did you find out about this?
We know it's happened, but we didn't know exactly, and everybody was afraid. After the Romanians in 45 take over again, then they start to give out books, and they start to tell what the Hungarians was doing. 182 families in a Moch near Shermash, they killed 182 families in one day.
And this was not far from where you were living?
No, was an hour and a half from our town. Very, very close.
And in 1940, you didn't hear about it?
We hear about, but everybody was afraid to talk. Because you don't know, you have the freedom of the speech, but there...
What would happen?
When somebody talks, then direct to jail, or they finish and nobody knows about you.
And this was in 1940?
From 1940 until 1944.
Did the Hungarians come into your town?
Sure, they was in our town. They was over Transylvanian.
But they didn't kill anybody in your town?
No, they didn't kill. They take away a lot of material things from the Jews, from the richer ones, and after they start with the second rich.
What exactly happened to you and your family in 1940?
Nothing, but we cannot leave so much in the town. We wasn't supposed to leave the town, only to go to the police to give like a paper to can go. Was very restricted for the Jews from 40 to 44. And then in 1944, in March, they give us the Yellow Star.
But during this time, before 1944, in the early 40s and 41 and 42, did you hear about anything about the killings?
Yes, about the killings in Poland.
Yes, you did hear.
In Poland. But we didn't believe it.
How did you hear, and what did you hear?
Was a few families who come to our town from Poland.
Refugees?
Refugees from Poland, from Chernobyl, from Romanian. And they was telling us.
And what did they tell you?
They killed the Jews, they took them to concentration camps, but nobody believed it.
They told you about concentration camps?
Yes, and nobody wanted to believe it.
What did they tell you about the camps?
They took the Jews and they took them to work, but once a month they are allowed to get package from home, and only the young people they took. From us they took the young boys to Siberian to work.
To Siberia?
To Siberian, to Rosenfeld.
Who took them?
The Hungarians. All the Jews was by labor camp. The young boys.
In what year?
They started in 41. I have 5 brothers who was in Sobibor, in Yugoslavia. And they took them all over to make the highways, to clean the forest.
Pardon me, you said Sobibor? I thought you said Siberia.
They took to Siberia, they took to Sobibor in Yugoslavia, they took them all over the Jews.
I see. And your brothers were taken to Sobibor. Did you hear from them when they were taken there?
Not anymore.
And when were they taken?
In 42. I have here somebody from my town who was with my husband in the same labor camp. And we hear after I come here, I find him, he is my tenant. And he tell us
What did he tell you?
how they kill the Jews who cannot work. They kill them and finished.
Did he know your brothers in the camp?
Sure, they know my brothers because we was together at home, not far from each other. We was neighbors.
And did he work with them in Sobibor?
Yes,
Did he see them get killed?
no. They didn't kill them on the front from the other ones. They took them,
And he saw them taken away.
yes,
Did he ever describe to you how it happened?
no. He doesn't want to talk about. When I ask him something, he shows me his arm, and that's all finished.
So now, when you were in Gerla and your brothers were taken away and you heard about the killings in Poland, did your family consider leaving?
No. Where you can live? Where? My father used to tell, let's go put all the children in a wagon and we go to Constanza and we go to Israel. And my mother said, no. They will die on the way and never will find where they was buried. So we wait. Who was thinking then they will take us? And from March until May, we have the Yellow Star.
From March what year?
1944.
Mm-hmm.
Until May 1944. May 23rd, they took us May 3rd to the ghetto. And 23rd, they put us in cattle wagons and they took us to Auschwitz.
Now, how did it change in March that now you were wearing the stars?
They took us from home. We wasn't supposed to go to public places.
And that was as of what year?
1944.
Mm-hmm. In 1944. But before 1944?
Was restricted, but not like then.
Did something specific happen that the restrictions got tighter?
They didn't let the shaykhs to come to us to kill the chicken, only in secret. And wasn't allowed to go to synagogue.
That was all until 1944.
And in May 3rd, they took us to ghetto, and we was there until May 23rd. May 23rd, they put us in the cattle wagons, and they took us to Auschwitz.